Hi, Biblical Mystics. It is time for us to go through Exodus again, and we are going to talk about Moses. And Exodus is our book to show us how Moses gives us a visible example of what it looks like to go from the natural mind into our divine mind. And I told you, you are every character in that Bible. You are God, you are the devil, you are Moses. Whoever you're reading about, put yourself in that story. This is not the journey. Exodus is not a book about a people being led out of captivity and mental bondage. It is a story about you being led out of your mental bondage. Okay, so we're going to go through chapter 3 real quick. Go back, read this stuff on your own, break down the names, break down the stories, use the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, use your concordance and go through your concordance. There is a good one called the Blue Letter Bible. And the Blue Letter Bible has the lexicon, it has the concordance, it has everything you need in there. So a lot of times you can find what you're looking for on that app. So you can download that. You have your Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. You also have your Webster Dictionary to help you understand what is being conveyed to you in this story. Okay, so in the third chapter of Exodus, we see Moses begins to question his own sanity. He thought he was going crazy. Did I see what I just saw? Am I really experiencing this stuff? So you gonna go through that too. You gonna go where you tripping like, did this just happen? Did I see this? Did I cause this to happen? Did I cause this to happen? You're going to question your own sanity also. God in 3:4, God summoned the higher part of Moses. And that part of Moses stepped forth. He said, "Here I am." God tells Moses, "I'm going to send you back to your oppressor." This is in chapter 10, where we see God tells Moses, "I'm going to send you back to your oppressor. And not only am I going to send you back, but you're going to speak to what has oppressed you with authority." So that thing that has been oppressing you, you're going to have to speak to it with authority. In 3:11, this was a key verse. Moses asked God, "Who am I? Who am I? What? Who am I to do all this?" And then in the next couple verses, we'll see God begin to answer this. Certainly, God tells him in 12, "Don't worry about it though. I'm going to be with you." Then in 14, God answers that question of who am I? And God gives Moses the power of I am. And that in itself is a whole entire video by itself. So he tells him I am that I am. And we have to remember that God is not outside of us. God is with us. So Moses was opening up his mouth and speaking. I am that I am. God was speaking through Moses. This is what it looks like when we begin to tap into our divine power. God speaks through you. This is why it is of utmost importance that we understand that God is not up in the sky somewhere. God is within you. And that energy is going to come through you. It's going to work through you. So this is why it's okay for you to begin to understand, hold on. I should be a God in my life. I should have authority in my life. And I know that can be a touchy subject for others. And if it's a touchy subject for you, go on, research, take your time until you can come to peace with that. But remember, when Moses said, "Who am I?" his response to his own self was, "I am that I am." And whatever you put behind I am, that becomes your truth. In 3:15, we see the ancestors. We see the scripture about ancestors. And this is a thing that I talk about a lot because it's such a touchy subject for especially black folks in America. We feel like there's a teaching that says it's demonic. There's a teaching that says we're not supposed to be doing that. It's necromancy. Baby, let me tell you something. Ancestral veneration is all through that Bible. But because we have not been taught how to look at it properly, it goes over our head. So in Exodus 3:15, it talks about what came before them. And when God is telling you such and such begot some such and such, or this person became before this person, what that is telling you is what is in you. What that is telling you, it's talking about the shoulders that you stand on, what's flowing through your blood, what's flowing through your veins, what you have access to. Okay? I got a call coming through. I hope it didn't stop. Okay. It's talking about what you have access to. So, again, we don't worship our ancestors. We venerate them. We remember them. And when we remember them, we remember what is in us. Okay? God is going to deliver. God is going to use you. And this was verse 17. God is going to use you to deliver you out of your misery. This knowledge should enhance your life. This understanding should enhance your life. You shouldn't be living a life like the next Joe. You shouldn't be living a life like the next Joe. Okay? You shouldn't. Not with knowledge of self. Not with knowledge of self. You're off somewhere. If you have aligned with God in you, if you have aligned with the God in you, and your life look like the next Joe, you still got work to do. So what I would tell you is to stop worrying about everybody else outside of you and focus on you to move your life forward. Take this knowledge, take this understanding, and use it to move your life forward, okay? Because God is going to use you to deliver you out of your own misery. But it's up to you to do the work. It's up to you to apply this information into your life, okay? Then we see in 3:19 and 20, we see where Pharaoh showed his mighty hand, God showed his mighty hand through Moses. Pharaoh did something, Moses did something. And Moses trumped whatever they did, whatever those magicians would do. Moses would always trump. Moses took his rod and let off his rod created a dragon. Their magicians created a dragon. But then Moses's dragon consumed their dragon. That's a whole nother video in itself, okay? Then in 21, we see that they did not leave the land empty-handed. They had the wealth of their enemy on their neck, on their children's neck. So that's me running through chapter 3, okay? Please go read this chapter yourself. Put yourself in that position. Put yourself in this story. You are Moses. And this is your journey from your natural mind into your divine mind. Okay, biblical mystics, I love y'all. Let's get this information. Let's get this knowledge so we can enhance our life. Peace.